Do you think this video is genuine?
Oh, without a doubt, absolutely. I can recognise the little museum on the archaeological site of Nineveh, the ancient Assyrian capital. It's 14 years since I visited there, but nevertheless it's a familiar place, and these are undoubtedly genuine objects.
And you've been through these images frame by frame. What sort of artefacts are being destroyed?
So there's a mixture on the site. Some of them are objects from the ancient Assyrian capital dating from the 9th century to the 7th century BC. So at the end of the video, for instance, we see these enormous winged bulls which typically stood in the gateways to the city and to the palace. So we see them in Western museums too, but these are the only ones visible on the site and therefore accessible to local people. We've seen them being smashed to pieces. There are others, statues from a nearby city, Iraq's only UNESCO World Heritage Site, of a city called Hatra, which was one of the early Arab desert cities, a bit like Petra or Palmyra, which was occupied in the 2nd century BC to the 3rd century AD. A lot of those statues which had been damaged in antiquity and carefully put back together, those have been knocked to bits again. But there are also modern casts of ancient objects in that museum too.
It's so hard to look at these pictures. It must be heartbreaking for you, knowing of their significance.
It's heartbreaking for me, and I'm thinking too of my colleagues in Mosul itself, my archaeology colleagues, my university colleagues, for whom this is their lives, and they must be watching this, seeing their whole lives being smashed to pieces, and my heart bleeds for them far more than for me.
Obviously, the people who are doing this are doing it to have this effect on us, but are they motivated by the need to smash any other culture?
It's completely that. There are two things going on here. One is looking to shock and terrorise the whole world. This is the cultural equivalent of those horrible beheading videos, right? We're meant to feel repulsed and angry and powerless. But more importantly, it's targeting the people of Mosul itself. They feel very passionately, many of them, about their ancient history. They're very proud of the fact that Nineveh was the capital of an enormous empire centuries before Greece or Rome. It controlled all of the Middle East, a lot of the Mediterranean. So they're enormously proud of it, just as we in Britain are proud of our ancient heritage, even if we don't have a direct connection to it anymore. So ISIS, now having attacked a Christian community, the Shia community, the Yazidi community, is now going for local identity rather than religious identity. And I think they're feeling particularly under threat now that there's all this movement afoot for the Iraqi army to come and drive them out. This is a very desperate attempt to direct attention away from the fact that they're factionalising and breaking up in Mosul itself, and there's a lot of infighting between them at the moment.